Next to join us is Coco Gray riding Miss Larkin Lad.
Good morning. I am feeling exhausted. I think I actually look better than I feel. I am feeling pretty bad. And it's my birthday. I got up ridiculously early. I thought it was 5:30 and actually it was 4:30. And then I looked at the time on my phone about 10 minutes later and realised it was 4:40. It was like, oh my goodness, I've just spent the last 10 minutes trying to wake myself up and now I need to go back to sleep. You can just see Hooch's little nose. No, you can't. He's having some hay and Coco's about to get in the car. Coco, I'm just chatting. It's fine. This little Hoochie. So she has done 2 rounds. She had a pole down in both rounds. Did she have 2 poles in one? No, just 1 pole in both rounds. We are waiting because her team may be placed. They're not going to win. But actually it was quite big. It was quite punchy and she did it, and bless her, she did everything herself apart from plait Hooch. And actually maybe I should tell her, darling, while we're waiting, why don't you take his plaits out? I plaited him yesterday afternoon. So Simon took the children to London, well, 2 of them. Gus was on the French trip. He got back yesterday afternoon and I was just at home doing jobs yesterday. One of my jobs was plaiting Hooch. His mane is, it's really rubbed down at the bottom and so pretty difficult to plait. So I wasn't even going to get Coco to do it. Like literally there was that much to turn into a plait. So I plaited him and then had a shower, washed my hair and got ready for a friend's birthday party. And actually I didn't drink. Well, I had half a glass of champagne and we left. It was a really fun evening, but I knew I was already tired and I knew that I didn't want to feel awful today. So before the party got really raucous, we just slipped away. And so actually didn't go to bed too late. Said goodnight to the children because they were still up when we got home. Coco had got everything loaded, everything ready. Di was babysitting, she got the car hitched up and ready. So that made life a lot easier this morning. So actually I could get up later, didn't bother washing my hair, quick shower to wake myself up and we left. So we are here. Simon is in charge of lunch. He's really tired too. He was cooking potatoes early this morning because Archie had a cricket match. He's making potato salad and I had some leftover. I made a pavlova yesterday afternoon and I had some egg yolks left over, so I made some mayonnaise and Simon was making that into a potato salad at like 6:15 this morning. And he put the potatoes in the bin rather than the saucepan. That's how tired we were, luckily. Luckily the bin was empty. We just had to rinse them off and then boil them. But anyway, it's fine. So we will have lunch. My uncle's coming for lunch with his wife when we get back home. Archie's got a cricket match this morning. And actually, what is the time? It's 11 o'clock. Hopefully we will be able to leave here soon-ish. And hopefully Simon's pretty much done everything, which would be really blissful. Might even be able to have a rest before everyone comes. But yeah, I mean, I think I said last week, this time of year is just a bit crazy, packing lots in. We have got another really busy week ahead. Not quite as scary as last week. Last week was beyond crazy. At least I've got one child that's broken up. One breaks up on Wednesday morning, Coco breaks up on Friday mid-afternoon. So there's swimming gala and the leavers dinner and speech day and all of that, but it's, I think, going to be a slightly calmer week. Simon is heading away on a business trip. He's going to Alaska towards the end of the week, so there's a little bit to organise for that. But anyway, I am rambling. I don't think I've ever been so tired on my birthday. I actually put eye drops in this morning, sort of brightening eye drops, and splashed cold water on my face to try and revitalise me. Anyhow, I'm completely rambling. I will chat to you. Do you know what? It may not be today. It may be tomorrow when hopefully I can have an early night tonight. That's actually all I want. I want to have a hot bath and an early night, and that would just be that would be bliss. We are still here. It's 12:30. They're actually in second place as a team, which is quite exciting, so we can't leave. Pippa's actually furious, showing you. She's got her hat on, ready to head over for prize giving, which is really exciting. So that means that they have qualified for the championships, Pony Club Championships in August, which is something to look forward to. And we are just home. They were second. We are off to the Nationals, which is very, very exciting. Hi, it's now a couple of days later. I didn't have an ounce of energy yesterday to vlog, to chat to you guys. I was absolutely exhausted. It was such a fun birthday. Fun, ridiculously early get up, show jumping competition, hanging around for hours. But then we got home, my uncle and his lovely wife were here, and Simon had made so much effort for me. He had done all of the cooking, he had laid the table, he had picked sweet peas, he just made such an effort, which was really sweet, really thoughtful. So I literally came in, sat down and did nothing, which was bliss. Until actually later on in the evening, then I needed to go and unhitch, unload, wash the trailer out and do the mucking out. Keiko and I did the mucking out together, which was lovely to have her company doing that, pushing the wheelbarrow around. I had failed to do all the mucking out the day before, so there was masses. But anyway, it's fine. It was a lovely, lovely birthday, and I will share with you my presents, but probably not today. Soon. It's actually freezing cold, raining, and pretty miserable. So I think, yeah, I need to take you outside for them because they are outside presents. So we will do that. I have just had the most amazing couple of hours with Mike. Mike is a chocolatier. He has Noble and Stace, and his chocolate is just the absolute best. I've talked about Mike before. I actually dream about his chocolate. I know he thought that I was really weird when I said that to him, but I actually do. And we have filmed a how-to chocolate video. I'm not sure if I can lift this up without it going really wrong. But we made truffles. These truffles, which are piped ones, and then we made, I'm just going to pick this up, hand rolled truffles, and actually these were really easy to make, so we are sharing with you exactly how to do that. I'm not sure when it's coming out, but it will be out over the summer, which was so lovely to spend some time with him, and so lovely of him to kind of, you know, give up his time and come and chat to me, make chocolate in the kitchen, chat, and it was lovely. I also put in a request. I put in a request for these. And you can get this online on his website, his popping candy, and I may have talked to you about this before, his popping candy milk chocolate is amazing. Arch, isn't Mike's popping candy chocolate incredible?
Yeah, very good.
So Arch is a big fan of this, and did I send you some to school?
Yeah, you did.
I ordered some online and posted it up to Archie. It is.
The popping candy makes it like crunchy.
It makes it crunchy. It's what dreams are made of. chocolate dreams, and I have those because I'm a complete chocoholic. And then Mike kindly gave me some sort of bits that needed eating up, so very, very thoughtful of him. So our chocolate needs are met for the foreseeable future, which is really, really exciting. So I will leave Mike's details linked down below, but there is more to come from him soon. The other two are at school. Well, actually, Coco's on her leavers trip in London, so she's back late. Gus breaks up tomorrow. He's at school all day. And Archie and I have been trying to work out what we're going to do. I've got a bit of vlogging. I've got a YouTube video to film for next week, which won't take too long. And it's cold, it's damp, it's a bit miserable. There's nothing on at the cinema. And so I think we might just have a bit of a quiet, lazy day. I'm very, very impressed with Archie. So he came back from school on Friday and he's super helpful yesterday. Deadheaded the roses for me and cooked supper in the air fryer. What did you make? Chicken, what are they called? Gyros?
Gyros.
Really, really good. They were a little bit too spicy for Coco and Gus. They don't do spice. But what did you add? Paprika, cumin, chili oil, lime juice. He's a very keen chef. And actually, wow. I know I keep banging on to you guys about the air fryer, but we are completely obsessed with it. Completely obsessed. It's brilliant. And we had the chicken with chips, with salad, in wraps, basically. And it was delicious and easy and cooked by Archie. Archie's 14, but he's do you do cookery at school, darling?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Anyhow, so we are going to, I think, maybe just bumble around today. We might, I don't know, we might come up with a plan for what we're going to do. But the next few days are busy and hectic, so maybe we just need to enjoy the quiet. I did, Coco was actually really exhausted yesterday. She didn't go to school. You know, when they finish their exams and there's not that much going on, she said, Mum, I'm absolutely shattered. And I said, you know what, I think it's a home day. I think you just need to recharge because they've got this long day in London today. They've got quite a bit going on tomorrow. They've got their swimming gala on Thursday, and then they've got their leavers dinner, followed by speech day, followed by parties. So I said, do you know what, have a quiet home day. And we all just had a really quiet day here. I mean, there was washing, there was sorting to do, there was jobs that needed doing, but actually mid-afternoon I went to bed. And clean sheets for us on a Monday, and I've only got one Doha, and I washed it, popped it out on the line, and then ironed it quickly. It doesn't need ironing, but I just like iron sheets. Ironed it and popped it back on our bed last night. Honestly, it is the best thing ever. The cotton is so soft, it feels almost like cotton silk-like, if that makes sense. It's just beautiful. So I'm definitely going to be ordering another one of those. And it might be something that we have on our bed all year round, and we have our duvet on top, because it's just so beautiful next to the skin. We love it, absolutely love it. Sorry, overexcited dogs. Penny, who are you barking at?
No one.
She's barking at no one. She's probably barking at a bird. So anyway, those are our two little updates for you. My aunt bought me these. Look how gorgeous these peonies and roses are. Absolutely stunning. So I've had them beside the Arga because they're just beautiful. Although I might keep them on the kitchen island. Now, they look quite pretty behind me. That's Lola wandering around. Yes, so I'm just going to potter around, I think, for a bit. We will have lunch and we will decide. I'll film this video for next week and we will decide what we're going to do, but it might just be a quiet day here with my boy. It's so lovely having time, one-to-one time with the children, and you know, chatting to them. Archie's really sweet and comes up in the evening. We all bundle on our bed and just natter and chat, which is really lovely. Special times. I've changed my jumper because I have basically filmed 2 videos today. One this morning with Mike and then one this afternoon, and I didn't want to be wearing exactly the same outfit, so I just took my cardi off and put this jumper on, and now I'm chatting to you, but it's the same day. So I am making strawberry jam because I'm such an idiot. I don't know why I do this to myself, but I was thinking, was it yesterday? No, I don't know if it's yesterday or this morning. I was driving back having done Gus's school run, and I thought it'd be really nice to, because Coco's leaving on Friday and it's the end of an era. Sorry, this is how I squeeze lemons or fruit. It's really weird to put my whole body weight in to get them going. You know, it'd been really nice to give the teachers like something personal and homemade. And I mentioned it to Simon. Maybe I mentioned it on the phone. Yeah, I was on the phone because Archie was like, Dad, Mum is planning on making strawberry jam to give to all the teachers, and that's just ridiculous because she's got so much to do. She really doesn't need to do that too. Can you talk sense into her? He's so caring. I love my boy. And Simon was like, well, why don't you just give them marmalade? You've got marmalade in the garage. I was like, no, that marmalade is staying in the garage. I need that to get me through to January. I cannot give it all away. And on my way home from the school run this morning, I stopped at Lidl. And I don't really know, I just wanted to stop at Lidl. I was driving past it, haven't been in for ages. And the strawberries were reduced to £1 a punnet. And I thought, that is a sign. That is a sign, because I've run out of strawberries from the kitchen garden. And I've loved my strawberry jam so much that I thought it would be really nice to give it to the teachers. Let me just show you a jar. I thought that would be a really nice gift. So that's what I'm doing. So I bought a few punnets, quite a few punnets of strawberries, and I've made one batch. These might be quite hot. Quickly lift them up. Made one batch, which is basically 5 jars, and I'm just going to do the second lot now. Strawberry jam is really quick and really easy to make. Marmalade is not really quick and really easy to make. It's a real performance. It's a labour of love. And whilst I love the teachers, I just want to give them something personal, something made with love that hasn't taken like 2 days to make. So that is my little mission this afternoon. And yes, I should be doing all sorts of other things, but I thought it was really nice and I wanted to do it. And I set myself up these things of like, I want to do this, and then I feel like I failed if I end up not doing it, if that makes sense. I think I do give myself a bit much sometimes, but anyway, it's fine. It's just a few batches of strawberry jam. Anyhow, we've had a few of these sort of, not arguments, but heated discussions recently because it was sports day last week. And one of the mums was organising the picnic. She sent round, like, she designed a menu, you know, and you choose what you wanted to bring or make from the menu and bring it. And I chose quiche and chocolate biscuit bites. And then I also did some sourdough as well, because there was like a second email of whoever. And of course I made the quiches, and of course I made the sourdough, and of course I made the biscuit bites. And Simon was like, why can't you just go to Tesco's or Waitrose and buy the quiches? Why do you have to make them from scratch? And I was like, because I always have. I just couldn't go to Tesco's and buy the quiches because that's not me, darling. And then he turned around and said, no, that's not you. And that's why I married you, and that's why I love you. But sometimes you bite off more than you can chew, as I was trying to. It was on Thursday night, we got back from the concert, and I literally had 4 quiches to make, 3 loaves of sourdough to bake, and chocolate biscuit bites, and edit a YouTube video. And it was a bit like a rabbit in headlights. I did get to bed. I baked the sourdough, I prepped the quiches, I made the chocolate biscuit bites, I edited the video, and I got to bed at 11. So I started at 9. So it was just like, you know, constant work. It was fine. I was like editing while things were melting and things were doing, or the loaves were in the oven. And then I got up at like 5:30 and made 4 quiches. But it was fine, and it was a really fun day. And for me, I've been brought up, like, it's my mother brought me up. She made everything from scratch. And it's just not in me to go and buy stuff. I mean, yes, I do cut corners, and I do like buy ready rolled pastry, although I still roll it again. But you know, I could make my own pastry. I often make my own pastry, but if I'm going to cut a corner, that's where I'll cut a corner. Anyway, I am making strawberry jam. They're not homegrown strawberries, but they are British strawberries, and they're made with love. And I just thought it would be really cute to give the teachers a jar that looks like that. I got these labels from Etsy, and I'm very pleased with them. I'll give you a close-up. I thought, rather than having Ask Charlie branded everything, and these won't be for sale on the website because they won't be, and so therefore I didn't want to put Ask Charlie labels on these. I thought it was just nice to have like a personal touch. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling to you, make the second load of jam, and then I actually need to whiz the hoop around and do a little bit of cleaning. This is my new toy, which I bought in Lidl this morning when I went in to get the strawberries. Now Lidl have, hang on, I'm going to come closer. Lidl have got this aisle in the middle with bargain things. I once bought a Singer overlooker. I bought a steam iron. Anyway, this morning I spotted this Vileda steam mop. I've been umming and ahhing, you guys, over a steam mop for like 10 years. Obviously we've got a massive expanse of wood floor. Steam and wood, not a great idea. So I've always kind of been put off. However, for like hygiene reasons and effort, been sort of umming and ahhing and drawn to it because we've got so many dogs. Anyway, I saw this on offer. I think it was $69.99. I'd have to check the receipt. I don't know how much they are full price. I haven't looked. But I saw this, it was the last one, and I thought, why not? Let's give it a whirl. You can also use it on carpets because it's got a gizmo, so you can do it over carpets. You can put it on minimum, which is what they recommend for laminate and parquet floors. Obviously, if you've got tile floors, you can whack it up and you can get a lot of steam and heat going, which I have just done in our downstairs loo and our laundry room on those floors. So I've given those a good blitz, and I've just done this floor and it's effortless. And so I'm really rather excited. So I will keep you posted. I wasn't going to tell you about it earlier because I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to get it out. I vacuumed this whole area because Lola is molting, so there was Labrador hair everywhere. So I had a really good vacuum, and I thought, look, while I've done that, let's get this out of the box and give it a whirl. And I'm really impressed. I dread, and I'm not going to show you, I'm just going to show you that. I dread to think what the colour of that is. Shall we look? Shall we? So just, you're going to let it cool a bit, which I obviously have done. Hang on. Oh gosh, well, I'll just show you. That is how filthy our floor was. Really filthy, but I shall take that off in a minute when I'm not chatting to you. But so far, very, very impressed. And I think I will look and see what price they are full price. But, you know, I thought for like 70 quid, it's not a huge amount of money. It's still a bit of money for a mop. Hang on, let me just unplug. And, you know, I thought, well, do you know what? We'll just give it a whirl. We'll give it a whirl. We'll see. And actually, I think it's very good. It heats up really quickly. And it comes with 3 of those pads, and they go in the washing machine and they just Velcro on. So I'm pretty impressed, guys. I like sharing new things with you. I've also got something else to talk to you about, which I think I'm going to talk to you about now because it's quiet and it's not going to be quiet tomorrow. So I'm going to take you over to the kitchen island and have a little chat. So I am looking a little bit dishevelled, having been cleaning for the last hour or so. That is my mop box, and I've just had a quick look on Amazon. I think I've got the older model, which is why it was discounted at Lidl. So I did pay £69.99, and the Vileda Steam Mop Plus are about £100, but Amazon have got them at the moment for, I think, £87. So yes. But anyway, I'm pretty impressed with it. And there were a few dirty patches that, oh sorry, dishwasher, hang on. There were a few dirty patches that if I was using the normal mop, I'd really have to scrub, and they just glided off effortlessly. Anyway, I am quite tired because it's the end of the day. It's actually 7:15, but it's quiet. So I thought I'd chat to you now about this because on a bit of a skincare journey, and I'm making a few changes, and I thought I'd talk you through it at the beginning, and I'll keep you updated as we progress. So I have been seeing Wendy. As you know, if you've been following my channel for a while, Wendy is a skincare specialist. I know her through the children at school. She's awesome, she's amazing, and she's made a massive difference to my skin, and I've been seeing her for a couple of years. But it is quite expensive. I have monthly facials with her where she does sort of put some different masks on and is trying to tackle the pigmentation that I have here. I am wearing makeup, although I haven't touched it up since 7 o'clock this morning. So it's 12 hours makeup having not been touched up. But I do have a bit of a battle with bits here, and it gets a bit here, and I've got like a sunspot here. And I love seeing Wendy, but it's expensive. It is expensive, and to be perfectly honest, I can't really afford it. Every month it's a bit of a gulp, and the products that I use are expensive as well, and I am trying to save at the moment. There's big expenses, and I just have been struggling to justify it, and it hasn't made a mega difference to my skin pigmentation. Like, my overall skin texture is a lot better, but the pigmentation is still there. I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of it. So I sort of felt at a little bit of a crossroads, and I know that I can go back to seeing Wendy, but I thought I would try something else. So I met on TikTok a French lady called Inez, and she came and did a Zoom for my members club. I'd had a couple of conversations with her online, on email, and then we had a conversation, like an hour conversation, before she came and did the Zoom with the members club. And I was so impressed with her over email, our phone conversation, and then the Zoom. And she does skincare consultations online, and I booked myself a consultation. She gave the members club a discount code, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to have a chat to her about my skincare and see what I'm doing, if I can make savings, if I should stick with what I'm doing, and just get like a non-partial kind of advice from her. And I was really honest. I said, you know, I love seeing Wendy. She's made a massive difference, but I am struggling financially to justify the products that Wendy recommends. And whilst they have done a great job, they still haven't got rid of the pigmentation, and I am spending a lot of money on them. So I am going with Inez's recommendations. So we talked about cleansing, we talked about my whole skincare routine. I sent her pictures like in advance of our consultation without makeup from all the different angles, so she saw exactly what I looked like. And we then actually had a long consultation. She was really generous with her time and her recommendations. She followed up with an email with all the products that she is recommending that I try. And financially, they're a big saving on what I'm currently spending. And we talked it all through really carefully, because like I've got to this stage where I'm pretty happy with my skin overall, but apart from the pigmentation. And so I've made some changes, and I am going to keep you posted. I have got some new products. This is the SPF that Inez recommends that I use. It arrived today, and hang on, sorry, still a little bit of hay fever. This arrived today, I haven't opened it yet. And this is a brand that I have been aware of, but I just didn't know which one was right for me, because I went onto their website and was like, oh, which one do I choose? And that's where it's seriously helpful having like a skin consultation, a personalised one-to-one with somebody that knows about all of this stuff. And she said to go for this one. And we also talked about how much SPF you should be putting on. Not just a tiny amount, you need to put a decent amount on. And that smells really nice, and it's a gorgeous texture. So I'm going to keep you posted, guys, on my changes that I'm doing, and we will see how we get on, how we go, and I will keep you updated. I'm just quite excited. So I've got various new things that have arrived. I am going to finish what I've already got, so I will be introducing things as and when, you know, slowly. So this is going to be, you know, a long process, but I will keep you posted. Anyway, I'm going to pop the mop away. I'm going to take that head off, put it into soak, and actually get going now with supper for everybody. Well, when they get back. Coco's on her way back from her school trip in London. Simon is still in the office, and Art is amusing himself for a mo. So I'm going to crack on with supper and chat to you all tomorrow. Well, Gus has broken up. I picked him up earlier. It was mayhem, absolute mayhem. There were so many children in tears because their friends were leaving and what have you. There was luggage everywhere. It was a madness. Anyway, we got in and out quite swiftly, and the car is currently full. I haven't unloaded it. I haven't faced. I don't actually know where to put it all. He has got bags and bags of kit, sports kit, bedding, because he boards a couple of nights a week. He's got his duvet, all his sheets. Everything has come home, so I'm going to tackle that a bit later on. But I've just filmed Instagram stories and TikTok, and I thought I'd share this with you as well. This is a really clever thing from a new brand called Layer Clothing, and it's essentially this band that you put on around your waist, and it gives you an extra layer. It says what it does. So I'm quite long in the body. These shorts are low-waisted, and if I put my arms up in the air, I would be exposing that amount, because that's where the shorts stop. And after 3 children, a lot of stretch marks. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I am covered in stretch marks. I mean, some people are prone to them, some people aren't. But if you have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and you don't have great collagen, you get stretch marks. And I have them literally from here to here to here. So I don't really want to be exposing my tummy, you know, when I go and reach to get something out of the car or top shelf of the supermarket or whatever. So if you've got one of these bands on, that doesn't happen. It also, you know, slightly holds you in. Not, you know, that's not the aim of the game, but it just provides that extra layer of warmth if you want it in the winter. And they come in lots of different stylish colours and what have you. So these kindly sent to me as like a PR product to share with you. And they've kindly given me a discount code as well. Lovely Rachel Bennett, who set up Layer Clothing, has given me the discount code of Charlie6 for you to get £6 off if you use my code. And I just think they're a really clever thing, because you no longer need to take something out of your wardrobe and think, oh, I can't wear that with this top because it's too short, or it doesn't work, or oh no, I don't feel like that today because I'm a bit bloated, or whatever. You can just put this on. Also incredible if you are expecting. Really incredible if you like, I know they would have been so handy when I was pregnant, because I could still wear quite a lot of my clothes throughout my pregnancy, but I couldn't necessarily do the top button up, whereas you could undo the top button and just have this extra layer on and nobody would notice, or you could use one of those button extenders and then this would hide it. So really, really clever, and I will link to this down in the description below, but I just thought I'd share it with you. I now need to go and do a food shop. I'm going to change because it's actually got really windy and it looks like it could rain. I'm wearing my neon coloured shorts. I need to go and do a food shop. I have got a pavlova to make. I've got a key lime pie to make. I have got various bits and pieces that I need to do. So I need to pop and do that. And then Coco finishes early today. So I'm going to do the food shop on the way to pick her up and then come home and have everybody at home. Coco doesn't break up, she's got 2 more days, but it's lovely having the boys here. Archie's currently walking the dogs, which is super. He's still being really helpful, so long may it last. I'm not abusing his helpfulness. I don't want to give him a whole load of jobs and him get grumpy, so he's just doing, you know, little bits. I'm like, oh, would you help me do this, darling? He cooked lunch again today, which is excellent. We got back from picking up Gus and lunch was ready. He did burn the bottom of one pizza, but it's because he was using the electric oven module rather than the Arga, and it cooks in a different way. He put one pizza on, like what I would put it on the floor of the Arga. He put it on the floor of the electric oven. You can't do that, it burns. So he learned a lesson there, but really helpful that he had lunch ready and waiting on the table for us, which is really, really good. So I'm gonna pop my jeans on and go and do a food shop. We have an attic above our bedroom, and I've just been up there to get some baby things out because my brother's wife is expecting her first baby, and I've kept all of this stuff for years. And I was chatting to her last week, I think I shared that with you, and I was giving her advice on what she needed to get and what she didn't need to get. And I just brought this bag out of things that I thought I'd go through. I'm going to phone her in a minute and see what she would like me to send. But for example, I've got, that one's 0 to 3 months, but little tiny baby grows. I've got a whole load of newborn ones too. Look. And these I got from a company. In those days it was called Baby List, but it's now called Anita's House. And Anita is just an angel. She's an absolute angel, and she was so helpful. And I went through everything with her, and I've kept so much of it. Like, these are little they're waterproof sheets, but they are like brushed cotton, but they are waterproof, and they are hippie chic. And I actually still use not these, but the bigger size ones on everybody's beds to protect their mattresses. They're just so useful, waterproof yet breathable. So that was something I got out. And then all the little sort of fitted, these are for the pram, little fitted sheets. But there's no point in them spending money on this stuff when I've got it all. And these were so useful. These are for nappy changing. So they're a bit old, but they've still got a lot of life left in them. And these were these are by a mate called Peter Reed, and you know, they go in the washing machine and you just change your baby on them, so they're nice and soft yet waterproof. Really handy things. And then I've also got these swaddles. These are brushed cotton because Archie was born in the winter. I mean, that's Baby Lister's own branding, but just really lovely baby swaddles for the winter. And then all of my old baby books. These were literally my Bibles. Hang on, let me pop that stuff down there. So I had 2 baby name books. Gina Ford, the new Contented Little Baby book, and the Complete Sleep book. What to expect in the first year. That was so helpful. Claire Byam Cook's breastfeeding book. What to expect when you're breastfeeding and what if you can't. And it was just a really sensible, no nonsense book. So I'm definitely going to be posting that one out to them. Baby massage, so important, baby massage. And then pregnancy and baby care. I'm not going to send that one, but I'm definitely going to send that to them. And yeah, various other bits. I'm going to call my sister-in-law and see, maybe we'll do a video call. Like I've got baby sleeping bags here. I mean, they're still in really good condition. These were from the Little White Company. So yeah, reminiscing, getting all this stuff out, looking through it. But it's very exciting that there's going to be a baby in the family. I cannot wait. You can probably tell there will be bits of baby chat from now until, well, maybe forever. Anyhow, I'm going to call and see what they would like me to pack up and post out to them. Good morning. I think I'm having a midlife crisis. I've had all my hair cut off. And this is the first time I've washed it and dried it. And I'm not quite sure. And gosh, there's a bit of a backstory to this. So on Tuesday's video, somebody commented and said that they were a hairstylist and I should let my hair down. And I haven't done it because of that. I just want to say that now. I had actually on Tuesday morning, I'm sure it was Tuesday morning, and I'm going to insert a photo now of what gave me the inspiration, although this is completely different to that picture. And that picture is Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, but it's not actually her. It's a look, you know, like somebody's put hair on her face. Anyway, I saw that and thought, oh, I've got to do something with my hair. I was thinking this on Tuesday morning, and the video came out in the evening, and this hairstylist said, you got to let your hair down, it doesn't suit you. And because of what I've been through with COVID and so much of my hair falling out, I don't have great hair anyway. I've battled with my hair for years. It's one thing I really, if I could change it, I would. Like, I don't want to have hair extensions. I don't want to add false things into my hair because I'm just me and I'm real, and I just don't really want to go down that route. Yeah, so anyway, our hairdresser, lovely Dan, comes to the house. He's been coming to the house for over 10 years, and he was booked in to come yesterday. And I said, Dan, my hair is just awful, which is why I was wearing it in my clip the whole time, and it was just straggly and horrid. And he said, right, what are we going to do? And I showed him the picture, and he said, well, look, that's like got a fringe across the face. That's not really gonna, like, it was much more kind of like that across her face. My hair's not really gonna do that, and it will be quite annoying. So anyway, we just played around and he chopped it all off, basically. Now it was quite flat anyway yesterday. I was having a bad hair day before he came, and the children and Si, I'm gonna actually chat while I'm doing this. They weren't convinced about the hair because Dan, full time, just cuts. Like, he sprays it wet, he just cuts it and goes. He doesn't style it unless I want him to. He's actually coming tomorrow to style everyone's hair for the Leavers dinner. Baco's Leavers dinner. So he will do it if I want him to, but you know, we're in a hurry. I was trying to cook supper, he just cut it. Anyway, I've styled it today, and you know, it's going to take a bit of time to get used to. I've also just looked out the window because lovely Sophie is arriving right now for a photo shoot. The house is upside down, back to front, completely topsy-turvy because I ended up having to do something that I didn't expect I was going to have to do last night. I was going to have a blitz of the house, and then I got up, I had a granola order, 10 bags, so I got that done really early this morning. Sophie's about to arrive. We're going to have a photo shoot, and I think I'm having a midlife crisis. Like, I've changed up my skincare, I've cut my hair off, I've bought a steam mop. Goodness knows what else I'm going to do this week, to be perfectly honest. And yes, all the washing and the granola tins are drying behind me on an Arga that's off, so I'm not even sure why they're there and why they're drying. But anyway, I'm going to go and open the door for Sophie and chat to you later. So, had my photo shoot with Sophie. I've realised I think I've worn this cardigan pretty much every day this week. It's been one of those weeks where I haven't had time to think about what I'm wearing. I've just grabbed it. So I'm sorry for the repetition. I am trying to park in an underground car park now. I had my photo shoot with Sophie. She's amazing. I absolutely love working with her. She said, right, what's on the agenda today, Charlie? I gave her the list and she was like, oh my goodness, you never fail to surprise. We had all sorts of random things, all sorts of outfit changes. And now I've done a mad dash to Guildford. I've actually just chucked the boys out of the car because the car park that I want to park in is full, but it's quicker to try and get in here, I think, than try and park somewhere else. So I have given them number one errand to do. So basically, Coco it's her leavers dinner tomorrow night, and she's head girl, and she has to write a speech, and the head boy has to write a speech. They stand up and do their speeches, and then the parents of head boy and head girl do a speech. Normally it's the dads. Simon is on a plane to Alaska tomorrow, so it's me that has to write the speech. Anyway, Coco and her fellow head boy have known each other since they were like 3, and they were Mary and Joseph in the nativity at their previous school together. And so I've sent Archie and Gus to go to Snappy Snaps to get a photo of them as Mary and Joseph printed off big that we can hold up at the leavers dinner tomorrow night. Obviously it's a surprise. Sorry, the reason why I keep looking to the right is because that's going to beep when I can press to get a ticket and get in the car park and stop talking to you because I'm on a complete mission. The other reason why I've come here today is because Coco's shoes for the leavers dinner haven't arrived, which is, they may still arrive, but I don't think they're going to. My gut is like they're not going to. So I went up into the attic when I got the baby clothes out that I shared with you yesterday. I went up into the attic to see if I had some shoes that she could wear instead, because she's the same size as me, and I just didn't have anything appropriate at all. No, I mean nothing, completely the wrong colour and not right. So I'm going to try and get her a pair of shoes. That's my mission. There is a car in front that's just, I think, leaving the car park. It's an incredibly tight spot that he's in, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get in there with this. Anyhow, and then the other mission is Simon needs a jumper for his trip to Alaska, so he is sending me to M&S to get him a jumper. So that is my mission. I've got 3 things to do. I'm going to grab, I think we're going to go to Five Guys and get a burger, and then I've got to do a mad dash over to school because it's a swimming gala this afternoon. So it's literally one of those days. I got up really quite early. I just couldn't sleep, and I made granola as I was chatting to you as I was doing up the bags. But the end is in sight. The end is in sight. We've got a couple more days, and then Sunday we've just got a garden party to go to, and then Monday is getting packed and organised and washing and stuff like that. So anyway, I think I think I'm going to end this week's vlog here, although I haven't shown you my birthday presents. And actually, I'm going to show them to you next week. Before we go, I'm going to show you. And yes, I'm going to do that next week. They're not overly exciting. Something that I have wanted for about 20 years. In fact, both of them I've wanted for a very long time, and they're in the garden. But that is now telling me I can get a ticket. So anyway, hang on, I'll talk to you in a minute. I've managed to maneuver into that very, very tight spot. Anyway, this has been my midlife crisis. I've hit 43 and literally changed all sorts of things, but I don't know what we think about the hair. You can't see it very well. But I think it's, well, it was in such bad condition that it needed a jolly good chop anyway. And I think if I practice styling it, use this stuff, I'm like using this stuff, it's called like hands off texture spray. So I don't know if I talked to you about this earlier, I may have done, but it's so kind of, my hair is so silky smooth and fine that it's just, it needs some body to it, needs some grit basically, and this gives it that, although it doesn't feel very nice and you can't really brush it when you've got the stuff in, so it's a whole different feel that I need to get used to. But we will see, we will experiment, we will play around. But I hope that you have enjoyed this week's vlog. I'm sorry I haven't shared my birthday presents with you, but you're just gonna have to wait until next week to see. And I am sending lots of love. Have a super weekend. Thank you for being such fabulous subscribers to my YouTube channel. I am really grateful for each and every one of you, and I'll see you next week.